Hello again, everyone. Are you ready for your third history lesson about Sokol Blosser Winery and Vineyards? Well, get ready. Okay, just to get back to it. Here's Dad. Here's Mom. They got this whole thing going back in 1971. So don't forget 1971. All right, so where did we leave off last time? Ah, yes, it was 1990. So as it always happens in Oregon, let's get up to vintage 1994. 1994 was fantastic. It was probably our best vintage since 1983. Wow, it was great. Fruit tasted great, great acid, great intensity, really helped us out a lot. That also was the first year that we launched a new label. So first label change since 77. That was a big deal for us, let me tell you. And then what happened is the next year happened, which is 1995. It wasn't as bad as going from 1983 to 84, but 95 wasn't the best vintage. It was good, definitely a lot better than 84. We did make a Pinot Noir in 1995, but we got past that as well as we always do when we have a bad vintage. We just don't talk about it. So then we get to 1998. Why is 1998 a good vintage? Well, I like to think it's because that's when I actually started back on at the winery full time. Not really. 98 was a big year for us. Not only did I come on board at the same time, but on the same day at the same time, our third winemaker started for us. John Hawes' last vintage was in 1997. Russ Rosner, who became my stepfather, not at that time, it became later. That's a whole nother story. He became our winemaker on July 1st of 1998. And that was the same day that I started back up here at the winery. So I got to work with Russ for a long time. And actually, Russ announced his retirement in 2010. And then I realized, hey, I want to be a winemaker over here. So lucky for me, my sister Allison came on board working for the winery in 2004, and she was very supportive of me becoming winemaker, and that helped a lot. So from 2010 to 2012, that was a transition period, and in 2012, Russ said, "Keys are yours, kid. Good luck." And 2012 was our first vintage. And as it happens in Oregon, 2012 was an amazing vintage. I lucked out. I got to start with an amazing vintage, 2012. Guess what happened next year? Typhoon Pabuk in 2013. And what do we do in Oregon when we have a bad vintage? We don't talk about it. All right, there's your third history lesson. Come back for the last one.